Hey everybody, Edo here, and this is Stop Thief by Restoration Games. It's Dr. Robert Doyle is the designer, but they include the restored by Rob Daviau. So this is a remake of the original game, and to start, I haven't played the original, so I'm not going to be able to compare and contrast it with the original, so I take it as what it is today. Now, in Stop Thief, you have this board, and it's 4 locations. It opens up. I'll actually go the full route here, just for the purpose of giving the look. And there's a ton of locations and spots on this, you'll see. And so, first off, this is, when it comes to the restoration part, again, not knowing the original, but when it comes to the quality of this board game and all the pieces, it is stellar. The footprints, the muddy footprints on the board have UV on them, like highlights. The cards are great quality. The meeples are great quality. The box is great quality. It comes with an app that replaced some sort of device in the original game. The app's really well done. Restored. So, and I've played with people who played the original and classic, and they feel it's very faithful in that regard. So, Stop Thief fan, don't have your copy anymore, whatever, get it. If you like Stop Thief, get this. Period. And stop. Now, however, if you've never played Stop Thief or heard of it, in this game, there is a thief who's done something, but they actually are not visible. An app is keeping track of where they are on the board, and all you're going to hear is sounds. You're going to hear them walking out in the inside of a building, or that you're going to hear them breaking through a window or taking the subway. So you're basically hearing audio clues and trying to figure out where they are. But what you need to do is actually move to where they are, and you're moving around the board. Now, it's not quite roll and move, but you have a series of movement point cards that will let you go around, 10 spots, and you move around. Something that's neat is the different cards also can have abilities. And it plays a little like Concordia, where you pick up the cards, use a card to pick up all your cards again. So there's a hand management aspect to the game. Something that's neat is the cards are all minor differences between all the heroes in the game that make it interesting to play different characters. It's like, some just slight differences in the numbers in play. Nothing huge, but enough to make it interesting. And then each thief in the game has a little ability that, you get a little extra money when they do something, or you can't move as fast. Little nuances. The hook, if you will, or the novelty of hearing the sound and trying to track and do the spatial mapping is very cool. It's neat. It's fun. I really found it engaging. Having said that, as you play, you find there are a lot of places where you're sort of tracking the character. You know where they are, but since it's AI, they're arbitrarily going in one direction or another. And did they turn left or right? I know they went through this window. I know I've got them to here, but they might have went down this street or that street. And it happens a lot on the edges of the board, among other places, where they can just sort of pick a direction. And I find that there are a lot of times in the game where you're just sort of, the amount of 50-50 decisions that come up and sort of, well, he could have went left or right, I sort of have to move here, I didn't love. One of the interesting things that is a little odd, as of the time of filming, the app has all of these additional cool modes, like solo and different configurations of play and all this, that are not working. The base game, the Stop Thief Remaster, absolutely works. There are different difficulties, which I believe is new, and they also let you do some custom settings. Super cool. I don't want to take away from this game saying all these other modes aren't in yet, as if they were promised. I think they were stretch goals in the campaign, and they're coming. But having not seen those and just played what the game is, I think it sort of gets old. It's like a game that I enjoyed, and playing it with new players is fun. Like, introducing this game to somebody is fun, but It's not a game that I'm going to sit down and open up outside of that kind of thing, because it's sort of this neat novelty, but it's also not quite meaty enough, and there's a little this sort of 50-50 that happens all, or like, well, and you're just sort of trying to get into striking distance before other people do. It doesn't, let me think of this. It's not that the game gets worse over time. It's just that it's a very flat experience, and one in which, you know, you sort of get it, and you're running, you're just doing it, and so it's sort of like, play a couple Thieves, enjoy the novelty. It's like, I like the filler version of this game. The quicker filler version where you just like show it, play a few, and move on, than thinking about this as a game that's going to fill a slot on a game night. You know, it's not quite there for me. So anyway, that's my review. Certainly, Stop Thief fan, this is a gorgeous addition. This is awesome. Not ever heard of it or played it. I think it's a artful execution and worth trying. I'd sort of say you should play it before diving all the way in, if you're not really into sort of novelty games, right? So subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Most importantly, play some great games. Thanks.